Here we go.
We always going to have a series.
Yeah.
We're going 6.
I thought 6. I thought 6.
How would you grade LeBron's performance?
I wanted to give him a D because of the 9 assists, but had to go F. Negative 32.
Chris Broussard
Best
just
player.
went F on LeBron James.
LeBron probably in his private moments would say, that was an F.
Yeah.
Negative 32 plus or minus. Almost twice as much as your nearest teammate. I thought he was trying to get everybody involved. Kevin Love, JR, George Hill. But you gotta, when you see it pulling away, you gotta try to take over and change your mentality. I would have preferred game 2 Indiana mentality. Set the tone, put the hammer down, inspire your teammates that way, and to what he did yesterday. So I had to go with the F. Even in the fourth quarter, any little hope they had, I mean, I don't think it was going to matter, but they cut it to 14.
Yes.
And then he makes a turnover. Jason Tatum goes down and scores. Now it's they got to 16. Now it's 19, 18. He just didn't have it.
No.
And he even said after the game, I'm looking at game 1s as a feel-out game. And if you look at his game 1s this postseason, 22 points a game, 38% shooting, 1 for 17 from 3. So maybe it was predictable, but again, I think he needed the mentality of let me come out, put the hammer down. And I wouldn't say Marcus Morris called him out, but he did say I can guard him and talk to, I wouldn't say he was talking trash, but so if you come down, if you come out, now you have a already confident team, a pesky, gutsy, gritty, smart team, not thinking we can win this series or we can beat them. Now they're thinking we're better than them. So you're going to have a series on your hands.
Indiana thought they were better. Toronto thought they were better.
They did not.
Yeah, they did.
Toronto thought they had no chance.
Everybody thinks they're better. You win one game. Skip Bayless became the very thing he despised the most in the person, Chris. A prisoner of the moment. Now, we've seen this before. We've seen LeBron James in the finals. That first finals that he won, the second one that he won, did the Spurs beat them at home in Miami? The Spurs beat them, didn't Skip? Chris. You remember that because you were there. I remember seeing you on the side. I said, look at Chris Broussard.
Tony Parker made that play.
Yeah, he did.
But yes, I remember that.
I'm getting goosebumps.
First of all, LeBron James.
What'd you give him?
More time. I gave him a D-.
You gave him a D- to an F? To average those grades out to an F, I think.
You couldn't go F, though. Huh?
Here's the thing, though. This is what we know about LeBron James and the plus minus. When they lose, his minus is always going to be the worst. Why, Chris? Because he plays the most minutes. He's on the court the most. So that's no surprise that he played, 36 minutes, and the next closest was Kevin Love. JR played 28, so he played basically 8 more minutes. 15 more minutes than Kyle Korver, or 10 more minutes than George Hill. So that's not a surprise. He didn't have it. He wasn't efficient. They had 9 total turnovers. He had 7 of those. He uses that to gather information to, okay, this is how you're going to do it. So this is where you're going to come from, Brad. This is where you're going to bring that second defender from. Okay, now I'm going to set my chess pieces up over here and see what your response is going to be to that. See, the thing that I like most about LeBron James, he don't get caught up in the moment. Well, this guy called you out. No. I'm not going to deviate from my offense to prove my point because everybody knows if I need to get at you, I can get at you for 40, which will happen tomorrow. Let you know to keep your mouth closed.
So you are predicting 40 plus.
40!
Got it.
40!
Case of
I think he's going to come out with a great game.
Oh, one of the most. Because you remember, like you said, you wanted to come out like Indiana, like 46, 12, and 5. You remember what happened in Toronto, 43, 14, and 8.
Can I have a case of do for 39 or fewer? 39 or fewer.
No. I got a dub. You get a case of doing this dub.
All right.
You want a case of doing this dub?
By the way, I'm looking at the plus minus down the list here, and what if Rodney Hood and Jordan Clarkson hadn't played pretty well in this game? Because they're only -8 and a -7 because they scored 11 and 10 respectively. That was That was okay, right? You were so down on I'm so hoodwinked, right? You got hoodwinked by this guy,
It's funny now, Chris. Don't you find it funny? He wanted to play these mop-up minutes, but he didn't want to play the last series mop-up minutes. But
he was playing early in this game.
They played him early,
pretty well. You know what?
That might be a bright spot for Cleveland.
Maybe you need to start him in game 2. Is that possible?
No,
I wouldn't go.
No. Start him in front of who?
And by the way, Tristan played okay yesterday, coming off the bench, right? He had 11 rebounds and 8 points. That's okay. Maybe you should start him. I don't know.
And do what with who?
Back to the question. I'm not going to give LeBron any letter grade. I'm giving an incomplete for yesterday. Incomplete because he didn't even show up. I don't even know who that guy was in the first half, and I'm serious. I kept saying it because I picked him in 5, so I'm actually rooting for LeBron because I want to see LeBron versus Golden State. What are we up to, 4?
You just want to see
him get Golden State get hammered. No, I want to see him. So here's the point. I thought he would come out yesterday and make the same kind of statement that he made on February 11th, right after the trade deadline, when they acquired their 4 new Cavaliers, and they went right up to Boston, and they did a 121-99 number on these young Celtics who had Kyrie that day. And LeBron did not have Kevin Love that day. So I'm thinking what did we see in the playoffs last year against Boston? What happened? I know it was IT's team, but still, LeBron just stepped on him. It's like he was wearing those I'm King sneakers and he just stepped on him. I'm King,
but still,
right?
What you fail to realize in that game right before the trade deadline, what did they do? They shot him out the gym from the three-point line. When you make those threes, you get 13, 16 threes, you're going to beat a lot of teams.
16 that day.
Yeah. They're 16 compared to 4.
They were 0 for 12 in the first half.
Exactly.
And LeBron James for this game was 0 for 5 from 3. So I kept waiting for him to set a tone one way or the other, from the three-point line or in the lane. And I especially wanted him to just attack. And I thought, okay, he's rested. There's no Kyrie and there's no Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Morris, he didn't call him out like you said, but he talked some big, bold talk, man. He said, I can defend that guy. And usually that's all you need to light that fire under the king, and he's just going to come out, because I've seen him do it in this building numerous times, where he's just come out and said, boom, you are done from the start. And I thought he would take over this game, and he came out like Lonzo Ball. He came out like timid, tentative. I'm going to just...
Well, don't you think he was trying... I wouldn't call it tentative and timid. We've seen LeBron go in that place years ago. I don't think it was that. I think he was legitimately... That was his game plan. Let me get Love going. Let me get Hill going. But you have to switch it up. And he probably tried, because he was 2 for 6.
Right.
He did take 6 shots in the first quarter. He just couldn't get it going, and then it was...
Missed a couple of layups. Yeah. And it wasn't like the 3 skip were bad threes. He was wide open. They were going under the picks. They were like,
all of them were missing up wide open.
We dare you to make it. And then all he needed to see one go in.
Okay,
Watch tomorrow night.
I'm going to remind you again, for these playoffs against Indiana, Toronto, and now Game 1 Boston, LeBron James is shooting 29% from the three-point line. That is not good, and that will often get you beat. And it got them beat yesterday because he couldn't set a tone from the 3, or I thought he could get in the lane on these guys. I just thought he could. Yet they were able to do to LeBron what they did to his client, Ben Simmons. They just kept Ben out of the lane.
But
they turned him into a jump shooter.
It's easier to keep him out of the lane when nobody can hit perimeter shots. See, when they start making those shots, you can't leave those guys.
The reason they usually make so many shots is he gets in the lane, and he is the best three-point passer out of the lane I've ever seen, because he's 6'9", and he just rises up in the lane over people, and there's Kyle Korver wide open out at the line. There's JR, he's wide open.
There's Brad Stevens' philosophy. He's not going to make the mistake that Nate McMillan made. He's not going to make the mistake that Dwayne Casey made. We're going to see if LeBron can beat us. No, Brad Stevens is going to say, JR, Kyle Korver, Love, if y'all going to go 5 or 8, y'all going to go 6 or 10 from the 3, I'm going to live with that. I know LeBron James, for a series, can average 40-plus points, 10 or 11 rebounds, and 6 or 7 assists. I know that. I'm not giving him that. I'm going to make those other guys be in the high 20s in order for you to beat me. Well, just watch. Skip. I want you to get your big old thing. You like popcorn? You like popcorn?
As long as it doesn't have butter on it.
I know you know about this. Back in the day, they used to serve the popcorn, the little thing in the store, and you put it in the thing, you hold it over the store, that thing start popping, joy. I'm going to get, just pop. I'm just going to get me some of that. I don't want that good stuff from the movie theater. I want that old school. I want to go back old school when I used to watch it. Have that thing popping, because I know Bron gonna have that net popping tomorrow night.
Get your popcorn ready?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times he's at his best when he's angry. And that's where you could have used Morris's words just to. This dude really thinks he can guard me?
He said, no, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out real fast. I'm going to come out and try to set the tone with my other guys. Let them go.
Well, guess who's going to be angry for game 2? The home team, because he said, I have 0%.
Zero!
They will take that to heart like he's got no respect for us.
And what they going to do? What they going to do?
No.
What they going to do?
Well, they've been doing it all year. I don't know how they do it, but they've been doing what they'll probably do.
All they did was hold serve at home. If they say, here's the thing, would you have been more concerned if he dropped 45, 8, and 9, and they lose by 5? Of course you would, because say, how much better can he play? Right. Exactly. A loss is a loss. They're 0-1. But I tell you what, we going back to Cleveland, 1-1. Put some dew on that.
It was, just a second, it was the worst plus-minus half of LeBron's entire playoff career.
I don't care if he had a minus 90.
Minus 26
I don't care if he had a minus 92.
That's horrendous.
We going back to Cleveland. 1-1, put some dew on that, Skip.
Well, I can't because I picked the Cavaliers in 5, so I need them to win.
In your heart of hearts, though, you think they might lose this series?
No, I just don't. I don't. But it's listen. My bar's way up here because he said he's better than Jordan. He's the best player on the planet.
But Chris, this is a well-coached team. They got players that can guard multiple positions, and everybody can knock down shots.
And pretty much take you off the dribble.
Everybody can take you off the bounce. And that's the thing that makes them so dangerous. You can't set your defense, we're going to stop Tatum, Horford, Smart.
You better hope Terry Rozier doesn't go off on you tomorrow. He only scored 8.
Oh, my goodness. You know what, Skip? You need to start.
I need to start.
Don't worry. You gonna start. You gonna start on Wednesday.
Maybe they should start.
You're gonna start on Wednesday by apologizing.
Really?
That's what you're gonna do Wednesday morning.
Chris, thanks for joining us. Is Cole Beasley the next rap superstar?
Oh,
We'll discuss that.